this is the 4-month-old development stage of my dream game. And this is also the first game I've ever developed, and yes, you heard it right, I'm starting immediately with my dream game. And before you laugh, let me tell you, I'm not a solo developer, and this is the reason why I'm so confident that this will work out. But let me first explain to you what my dream game is. So one of my favorite games from my childhood is Pokemon. I love the design and most of the Pokemon, especially the ones from the early generations like Arcanine or Gyarados. But I also love the idea of going to an adventure and exploring the world while catching new animals or Pokemon or creatures, however you want to call them, battling against some NPCs, getting stronger, defeating the gym leaders and become the champion of that region. However, I have to say the quality of the current Pokemon games are really not that great. I'm really disappointed in that regard, but instead of crying about it, I just decided to do this game better. But there are two things I want to change immediately. First of all, I want to make this game harder. The current Pokemon games are really way too easy and handholdy, and this is also one of the main reasons why I no longer play vanilla Pokemon games. Instead, I am currently playing most of the ROM hacks like Pokemon Radical Red. And the most important and biggest change is the disregard of the turn-based combat system and replace it with an Autochess battle system to make this game an auto battler, but more about that a bit later. So let's talk about the reason for this video, and that is the challenge I have been struggling with since I started game development, and that is scope creep. And I mean it, I'm really afraid that I will scope creep the hell out of my game and I will never be able to release it because I will never finish the development phase. To make all of this more understandable, I need to give you some background information about me and the team I'm currently working with. So my name is Ahmet. I'm a 31-year-old father from Germany with a Masters of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering. And I'm currently working as a systems developer on advanced driver assistance systems for cars. In other words, I am one of hundreds of engineers developing the travel assist and the lane assist for Volkswagen, Audi and Porsche. And obviously I realized I could never develop such an ambitious game while working full-time as an engineer, so I decided I need to take a different path. Also, you should know that among my friends and my family, I'm always that one guy they contact like, "Hey Ahmed, I am searching for a new TV, what can you recommend? I'm searching for a new gaming laptop, what can you recommend?" So a good friend, Nevin, came up with the idea, hey, why do we not record your recommendations, or let's call it the purchase advice, and upload it to YouTube? And so we did. Nevin is now my business partner, and we started a YouTube channel in German, and we are talking about topics like virtual reality glasses, TVs, gaming laptops, and stuff like that. And I want to be completely transparent with you. I want to talk about money here as well, and we are currently earning with that channel around $1,600. So this is when we have decided, let's start an English speaking channel as well, but we need help, at least a video editor who can help us out with the English channel. So we met Judd. Hi Judd, by the way. He's also the guy who's currently editing this video. And for everybody who came from Marty Explains Tech to this video and you're a bit confused right now, I'm the one who writes most of the scripts. Some scripts are from Judd, and Judd is the voice of Marty. So hope this makes sense now. Let's go back to the game development part. So Judd came up to us and told us, I'm learning Blender now. And I was like, wait, you are learning Blender? And that was the trigger moment for me. My dream of developing a video game doesn't have to mean being a solo developer. So I grabbed Nevin and Judd. Nevin will do marketing, Judd will help us out with video editing and obviously 3D modeling. And then we met Sean, who is another team member of us now, and he is experienced with Unity and can help us out with developing this game. Since today our team is even bigger now, but more about that a bit later. But this is now the reason why I'm convinced this project will work out. But we are still rookies in game development, so this means I have to bake kleine Brötchen, and this means we have to make the scope of this game as small as possible so we can push it out, learn how the process of game development works, how does the publishing process works, and really important because we have to stay afloat, and that means we have to earn some money and become profitable. So how does marketing work as well? Therefore, I thought it would be the best if we started by programming a 2D game to learn all of this. Unfortunately, that was no fun, so we thought, hey, how about a 2.5D game like Octopath Traveler? I mean, that game looks breathtakingly beautiful, but we had some issues because we don't have some sprites, and currently at that moment we do not have any artists working for us or helping us out, so that did not work out. And that was the moment when we got weak and we just scope creeped the hell out of it and decided to make a 3D game immediately and even design the monsters ourselves. But I'm the clever Ahmet, right? So I searched for a process to make this as easy as possible for us, and I grabbed the Quirky Series Animal Pack. I bought it for $400. The idea was to only use the rigging and the animations from that asset pack and asked Judd to 3D model all of the monsters ourselves, and the concept art comes from me because, as I said, we did not have any artist working for us at that moment, so I decided to use Dolly from ChatGPT, and you're currently seeing some of the concept art. And I made the principle how I design these animals, and all of my animals have two evolution stages. One is the baby stage, and that has an animal class like canine or feline, so cat, dog like and stuff like that, and the elemental type like fire, water, grass, electric, etc. And then we have the adult stage, and that is the same animal class, but now we have two elemental types, so fire and water, combined in one animal, for example. So I created these designs and handed them over to Judd.
So I took the character designs from Ahmet and tried to create them in Blender. Everything worked fine, like the bodies, the limbs, the basic shapes and all that, but the problem came with the eyes. It took us a lot of time to figure out the best way to make the eyes look without sacrificing the eye animations and expressions that come with Quirky Series Animal Pack. I even tried making it simple, with no whites, just a single dark reflective material for the entire eyeball. But it turned out we couldn't get away with making it look cute, but instead it now looks creepy. And mind you, it took us a week to refine just one creature. Yeah.
So in other words, it wasn't a time saver at all. Quite the opposite. It would probably have been faster if we done everything ourselves from the start. So now I want to ask you, as of today, I have decided that we will use the Quirky Animal Asset Pack as our creatures in our first game, and the elemental typings of each creature will be visualized with crystals. So this really hurts my heart because this is a passion project, but I also have to be realistic, and let's be honest, when we have to create all of the monsters ourselves for our first game, we will take like 3 years at minimum, and this way I can assure you that it is more realistic at least to release this game in 2025, so next year. But in this case I'm really emotional, and so I decided, hey, we now have some 3D artists helping us out, and so I asked 2 team members, and that was Natalie and Janine, to create some creature designs as sketches so I can show it in this video and ask you, what do you think about it? For example, we have this cat-like, bat-like creature with strong claws which hunts in the dark and lives in the Arctic. Or what do you think about this baby tanuki? This is, for example, a grass type animal, and it obviously has an evolved state as well. For example, this one, it looks a little more menacing, and we tried to give him the second type, which is ice, and it is currently still a work in progress. This is why it's not still. But we have a lot more. For example, this frog stuff, I have no clue, but he can carry a lot of stuff. So we did think, hey, maybe we can use some of the birds for transportation. So we have this ugly looking bird thingy. I'm sorry. So let's be honest, he's pretty ugly. But this is also one of our design ideas. We don't want to only make cool animals. We also want to make quirky animals, right? So this has also have to have a place. But obviously we need to have some cute animals, and this is why we have this mix of a cat and also a weasel with the elemental type of fire. So tell me, would you have decided the same like me, or would you go for, okay, even if it takes way longer, I have to create my own creatures? What would you have done? Please write it down in the comments. I cannot wait to get input to this question. But before you answer, I want to give you some more background information, because I said I want to be transparent, I want to talk about money as well. And as I said, we have multiple YouTube channels right now, and this is earning around $1,800 combined. in a month, and we are currently investing 100% of that in game development, sometimes even more than that. And let's just calculate quickly. If we spend 3 years in development with $1,800 every month in spending, then it will cost us $61,200 to develop this game. And we have to be realistic, just double that number and just add something to it. So we need to have a gross revenue of $130,000 to at least get the money back we have invested. So in that case, Nevin and I would go out and earn nothing in this process. So what would you do? Would you go for this route? Or would you just use the asset pack and make the best out of it? And the game will still be fun. You are seeing all of the stuff. We are working on so much stuff. For example, we are currently creating a lot of new humanoid characters, because I think having humanoid designs ourselves, that is the minimum we want to have, even if we are not able to do creature design for our first game. I cannot wait for the video when I talk about all of the characters. I have so many ideas and so much background, storytelling and stuff like that. Okay, about that in a different video. Let's go back for the last point on my list, and that is that I will give you a promise. And that is something I will do on every video. I will make myself a goal and make a promise to reach this goal until a specific deadline. And this case is to make the announcement trailer and the Steam page ready. So today is the 6th of August 2024. And I make the promise that I will have on October the 1st, 2024, the Steam page and the announcement trailer ready, and also a video about that topic on this channel. So do not forget to subscribe, and please, this is important for me, make me some pressure. I need that pressure. Other than that, when I see there's nobody controlling and looking over my shoulder, I will just lack off. So push me, write me comments and ask me how is your status, give us some updates and stuff like that. So make sure that I have pressure and make me accountable so I keep my promise.